Hi Capricorn, welcome to your spirit guided energy focus reading. This week we're going to do health and wellness and family, friend, and coworker relationships. I normally do career and money in this reading also, but then I do it again next week. So I've eliminated that one and I'm going to pull an additional clarifier for each of the two energies that I pulled today. So God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for tarot as a tool, and I thank you for our friends born under the sign of Capricorn. Show us clearly what energies will Capricorn be navigating as it relates to health and wellness and family, friend, and coworker relationships. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity, and we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. What are the energies that Capricorn will navigate as it relates to health and wellness and family, friend, and coworker relationships? Now remember, health and wellness is mind, body, and spirit. And in that category, we have disruption. And in family, friend, and coworker relationships, we have spiritual union. Now don't get all excited. This is not a love reading. And I know whenever this card comes up, that's the first thing that we want to tend to think about. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, show us clearly what is the theme for our Capricorn friends as it relates to this reading. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Show us clearly what is the overall theme for Capricorn. Okay, guys, and we have wide open. I love this card. Look at that. She is just really wide open. She's just like standing on the top of this big rock saying, okay, Spirit, what? You know, tell me whatever it is. I'm ready to go that way. And if you look right here, it's a 42. The 4 for me is about firm footing, stable foundation, stuff like that. The 2 is a divine feminine energy. And if you notice, it has the straight, again, stable foundation at the bottom, and then it curves up, very creative, and then that little hook at the top makes it resilient. It can be pushed down and bent and all that stuff, and then come back up into its creativity and all that. So, and you add them together and you have deep personal awareness, number 6. That's what these numbers mean to me. I'm not a numerologist, but that's what they mean to me. And you look at this card right here, it's disruption. And the number is 16, right? The 1 is create, the 6, deep personal awareness, and you add them together and it's a 7. That's the number of divinity. And then this card is the 2, again, the divine feminine energy within that union. Okay, so we're going to look at this and see what is it that the book says about the card wide open. It says you're free to express your uniqueness to the world and share it, and share in all the bounty of life's endless possibilities. All manner of opportunities are presented to you at this time. The wide open card is a signal that you're able to truly manifest your dreams and that your goals are in sight. Don't remain small and contracted. Instead, expand your horizons beyond what you believe to be your limitations. You have a unique voice that needs to be expressed in the world. The universe is supportive of new ideas and approaches at this time, so speak up and speak out. This card is the sign of the maverick who freely roams the wide open spaces of possibility. Allow for a greater vision to replace old ideas as you dream a grander dream. I love that. And then again, we have the disruption card in your health and wellness. Again, mind, body, and spirit. And then spiritual union in family, friend, and coworker relationships. So you're ready to expand in those areas. And don't let this disruption card, this is the same as the Tower. Don't let that freak you out. Let's look at the clarifiers. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for our friends born under the sign of Capricorn. Show us clearly, why are we looking at disruption in health and wellness And why are we looking at spiritual union when it comes to family, friend, and coworker relationships? We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Show us clearly, what are the clarifiers for the energies on the board? Okay, guys. Clarifying disruption in health and wellness, we have the Two of Wands. Clarifying the same card, we have the Seven of Cups, and we have the Ten of Cups. Okay, to clarify family, friend, and coworker relationships, we have the High Priestess, we have the Ten of Wands, and we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Love this. Okay, so with this disruption card, if you notice in this particular card, you're going to see that this guy, he looks bound up, right? Like he has not been himself. He has not been allowed to be who he is. This is not gender specific. And whenever I say he hasn't been allowed to be who he is, nobody can make us be one way or another, but we allow other people to make us feel like they're making us be that way. I hope that made sense. So the first thing Spirit says is we all have a choice, right? Within, this is not about relationships, this is about us. But within relationships, we can let ourselves go little by little. And I don't mean we can quit taking care of ourselves, like quit putting on our makeup and all that stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about we let parts of our true self, we give up parts of our core values. We give up parts of what we truly believe. We give up parts of our personality sometimes, and within relationships. And this, again, this is not about the relationship, this is about you. And I feel like Spirit's saying this is where you're at, and this is a very deep issue right now, but you have a choice. This is about purpose, passion, creativity, inspiration, and how we work things through with Spirit. So Spirit's saying look out to the horizon, look at all of the possibilities that are there for you. Look how many options you have to walk in your truth, right? And it is of a spiritual nature, because for me, the wands are about the way we work things out with Spirit. So I feel this is a deep spiritual thing for you. I'm not talking about the way you practice spirituality. It can be that, but I'm talking about the way you see yourself, right? Because right now you see yourself totally bound up by maybe commitments you've made to others and stuff like that. But Spirit's saying you're not. You are in a place where you can make a different choice if you choose to. And there's a lot of options. There's a lot of things about yourself. I feel like this is representing some of those things that you've let go about yourself. Or parts of you that have died, right? That have just kind of fallen away. I remember whenever I was married, whenever I divorced my last husband the first time. Short story, I won't take too long. But my oldest daughter was really upset because it happened to be the middle of her senior year in high school, and she was very angry with me. And we had moved into a little rent house, myself and my children. And one day I was doing the dishes, and she walked in the kitchen and she put her arms around me and she said, "Mom, I'm so sorry." And I said, "Why? What's the matter?" And she says, "I've been so mad at you, and I'm sitting in the other room listening to you sing while you're washing the dishes." She says, "And it's been a lot of years since I've heard you sing." Because part of me had died away, right? So it's like, what's that part of us that we've lost about ourselves? This, where you feel like you can't sing while you're washing the dishes or whatever it is, right? Whatever that is for you. That's just one example. What are those parts of you? The pure expectation of a beautiful life. Whatever those parts of you are that have died away, what are they? And possibly, can you tap into that part of yourself again? Because, and again, this is just about you and your health and wellness. Until we can feel full and happily ever after within ourselves, we cannot have relationships that feel this way. This is about you and your health and wellness. So again, I feel like Spirit's saying whatever situation you're in, whatever you feel like has you all bound up, you have a choice at this time. The energies are right for you to not contract. Don't make yourself small anymore. Don't die to who you are because you're dishonoring who you are when you do that. So Spirit's saying, don't contract. Open yourself up. Allow yourself to think about the things. Look out into the horizon and allow yourself to think about those things that used to make your heart sing, and find out what all of them are, right? Because Spirit's ready for you to walk in this fullness within yourself. Okay. Then you have the Soul Union card for family, friends, and coworker relationships. Now, I just want to say, because one of the clarifiers, the first clarifier is the High Priestess. You already are aware of which relationships are not serving you. You already know which ones they are. You already know which relationships you have unnecessarily bowed down to and contracted for, right? You already know this. You feel it in your heart. Spirit's saying, as you move away from these relationships or show up in a different way, remember that that other person is also a soul, right? And also has divinity living within them, no matter how they express it. But they cannot require of you to be anybody except who you are. And we cannot allow them to require that of us. Okay? So I feel like Spirit's saying that, to remember that there was a purpose for them to be in your life. It could be so that you could wake up. Perhaps this has been something that's been going on for quite a while with different relationships. Perhaps this has become a habit for you, Capricorn, where you bow down or just give up so much of yourself just to have good relationships with family, friends, and coworkers. But Spirit's saying they're here to wake you up to the fact that you give that up on purpose. You give that up. Nobody takes it away from you. You're giving it up. So stop contracting yourself, right? Put the burden down of needing to please other people. You're not here to make somebody else happy. That's not why we come. Whenever we're walking in our own personal fulfillment, other people are made happy by default. Because our energy is different, because we can be who we want to be or who we are, and in the same respect, we allow them to be who they are. So put the burden down of feeling like you have to cut 10,000 back bends and 28,000 cartwheels to be able to please somebody. And on the flip side of that coin, stop requiring other people to do it for you. True. Again, everybody's in our space for a reason, but a true healthy soul connection, and even our friends, family, and coworkers can be soul connections. There's equal reciprocity. You allow them to be who they are, they allow you to be who you are, and everybody respects and honors each other in their own unique expression. So I feel like Spirit's definitely saying, I feel like you have made yourself small for others, and Capricorn, you've done it for too long. So it starts with you. When you get right with yourself, when you honor and respect who you are, these other things are going to naturally take care of themselves. But in these other relationships, you already know which ones are unhealthy for you and not working out the way that that happens to be in your highest good. Okay, so now we're going to do a PS. God guides. Hey, guys, thank y'all so much. The likes, the shares, the subscribes, the comments, ringing my bell, all that stuff. Y'all rock my world. And I'm truly humbled by the time that you spend in this community and the engagement that goes on within the community. So thank you so much. And if you're a passerby, Welcome to Spirit Mail. I'm glad you stopped in. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for our friends born under the sign of Capricorn, and I thank you for the PS. Show us clearly what is the PS for this reading as it relates to Capricorn in their health and wellness and in their family, friend, and co-worker relationships. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Okay, P.S. Capricorn. Look, guys, again, it's kind of, this is the Two of Cups and this is the Lovers, right? And within each one of us, there's the Lovers, there's the masculine and the feminine waiting to be joined together to be one whole, right? Where we quit giving up a part of ourselves, where we come into union with ourselves as a whole unit. I love that. And then you have the Nine of Swords. So guys, I feel like for some of you, this is going to be hard. You know, this is going to be a hard journey for you because probably because this is how you're accustomed to living your life by, letting other people put requirements on you or limitations or whatever. And it bothers you. There's something about, which I don't understand for Capricorn, but I would have thought something different, but it's almost like, I'm feeling an energy of, what if they all walk away? What if I lose everybody because I start standing up for myself? And Capricorn, let me tell you something. Whenever you get to this place within yourself that you have this feeling of completeness and joy, just being you and just allowing yourself to be who you are, honoring yourself, respecting yourself, your energy changes, and people will either fall away or they will match you some way or another. There will be some equal reciprocity going on. So then you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant's about traditions, like religious traditions or big constructs, and it's about commitments and things like that, right? So I feel like Spirit is saying, we're always told, right? We're told that the greatest gift that anybody can give is service of themselves to others. But guys, if we don't fill our own cups, there is nothing for us to give. So traditionally, in my culture anyway, we were always told it's better to give than to receive. But the truth is, there has to be some reciprocity there, because if your cup doesn't get refilled, you begin to give from an empty cup, and then there comes resentment. There comes being bound up, right? Being tied up. You end up shrinking from who you really are because there's nothing to fill yourself up again. Your car cannot run and get you where it needs to get you if you don't refill the tank. It's the same thing with us. We have to honor ourselves and respect ourselves and take care of ourselves in a way that automatically people are nourished and blessed by our presence because we are filled up. Okay. That's your reading, Capricorn. Thank you so much for stopping in. And until next time, y'all go out and have a super duper day. Bye.